Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Chris don't even know. That's
No,
crazy.
he don't even know.
Well, welcome back, baby. It is Inside the Trenches. Another week, another Monday. My mama had Red Beans Monday today. You know what I'm talking about? It's Inside the Trenches. It's your homie, Marlon Favorite. Y'all can also call me Big Fave, and you can follow me at Big Fave 504. We're live here on ESPN Baton Rouge's YouTube channel, as we are every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Y'all be sure to tune in. We got CL Nola in the building representing, and of course we got Lil Chris. That's the round table I need, y'all, because it is football season. And since it is football season, y'all are for certainly wanna get in shape. It's still the end of the summer. You know, we're still in the summertime right now. So it's a great opportunity to get outside. But are you getting all the nutrients you need every day? That's the $1 million question. Well, I got an answer for you. And it's Dr. Kendra's product. Speed Up 365, baby. Yes, indeed, I got myself a bottle. You see me and CL, we're routinely drinking our water as Doc recommended. I like how I do that live on there, just like that.
Doc say I live in New Orleans and I eat too much food.
So,
I don't have to eat as much as I do.
This is right. So y'all make sure y'all go to stillbody.org. Shout out to Health Nut System for being a great sponsor here at ESPN.
A motivating sponsor.
Yeah, a motivating sponsor. I'm talking about trying to get your boy back
when you
right.
know Doc coming back up in here, you won't be right.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
make sure
indeed.
you did what she said to do.
Hello, somebody. So shouts out to Health Nut System for sponsoring this segment. We're going to get into a little bit around the NFL, and then y'all going to want to stick around for segment 2 because joining us will be I'm not going to tell y'all. Y'all got to stick around and find out. But I will say it's a Louisiana celebrity joining us segment 2. Segment 3, we're going to the SEC. We're going to talk about this week 0 coming up here in a few weeks. I know LSU plays at the end of the month, so we're going to go in depth into their depth chart. And then segment 4, we're going to go LSU. Segment 3, we're actually going to talk a little New Orleans Saints, right? But let's open up with a little bit of drama. Now, about, 7.5 hours to our northwest is a great town of Dallas, right? And, they got a couple championships there. Now, some folks say that the championships are a bit rusty. Chris, some of these championships, what year were you born in? What year were you born in, Chris?
2003.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Yes, the Cowboys never made it to the NFC Championship game since I've been on this earth.
Oh, that's pretty bad. And they got a lot of drama out there in Dallas right now, buzzing with Michael Parsons.
Ooh.
Now, if you ask me, it's not even a question. I'm signing him. He's been one of the best edge rushers. But I want to kind of take a little dive into the story, and I'm going to use my round table here to help me out. And y'all feel free to comment below. Y'all can go to the ESPN Baton Rouge's chat right now and comment on this. It is close to home. I mean, we have to pay attention to the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, a friend of the show is our homie, Big D Clark, representing out of the LSU Tigers. Yes, indeed. Shouts out to Damone Clark holding it down.
Shouts out to Charles Haley.
And Charles Haley, another friend of the show. So this is 2 Cowboys.
Shouts out to Dak Prescott.
Yep. He didn't come on the show yet, but he's coming. He
makes $60 million a year. You got other things to do,
But
True.
So we say all of this, y'all, to say we can talk about the Cowboys on this show. I mean, it's right.
Yeah.
So basically, this started probably back by the Super Bowl. Michael Parsons' team met with the Cowboys to start negotiating. Now at the time, Michael was ready to get a deal done. Right there in the moment, his agent said, "Pump the brakes. Let's let some other edge rushers get their contracts rolling, so I can ask for top dollar."
Right.
That makes perfect sense, right? Well, now we're in a situation to where I want to trade. Like we go from that in the Super Bowl to this. And I look at it from the perspective of, is Jerry doing this on purpose to bring the drama to Dallas, the typical Jerry? Because, Mike, this was a long letter, right? This is a long letter right here. This was a 2-page note. This took up 2 pages of his notes in his phone, and he tweeted it out there, basically saying he wanted to get traded. Now, not only did they have the conversation that other deals got done, he held out thus far in camp. He wants to get a deal done, and the deal's not being done. CL, we got to go to you first. I think your 4th, maybe 5th favorite team is the Cowboys. Oh.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The devil is a lie 2 times on Monday. The reality of the situation is Jerry Jones wants to win a championship before he dies. We never know when we're going to leave this planet. So everything is escalated some kind of way. Jerry is the type of owner that if he can't win the Super Bowl, he wants to win the popularity contest. He wants to win the media contest. He wants to win the most talked about contest. And when you have a star player like a Michael Parsons that obviously deserves top dollar upon all rushers,
Absolutely.
And which is ironic, you have a Trey Hendrickson that actually led the league in sacks that can't get a contract right now. But we have a Michael Parsons that has to get a contract done eventually. What is the record of the Dallas Cowboys? They ended up paying Dak $60 million a year, and if they would have signed him 2 weeks, 3 days beforehand, it would have been in the 50s. So Jerry likes to draw these type of situations out to create energy, to create buzz about a team that he knows is not going to go very far. Think about it. Did the Cowboys even make the playoffs last year?
No, they did
No.
not.
But why are we talking about them? You know why we talking about them? Because the Washington Redskins was in the NFC Championship.
That's a good point. and the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
And the
so
Eagles won the Super Bowl.
So I get it. Seattle made a good point, just making all kind of noise. So when we cut on our TV in the morning, it's not talking about the Washington Commanders potentially going back
because he won't take
to the
a
playoffs.
trade.
Yeah,
he won't take a trade. He won't take 2 first-rounders for Micah.
That's
and
what.
then, and then who's gonna give him 3?
Yeah, this is.
You understand what
true.
I'm saying? So we know he's not gonna pick up the phone for a trade. So it's just a repetitive. We've seen this movie before in the National Football League. It's called Jerry's World. We know what the stadium is called in Arlington. It's called Jerry's World. This is Jerry's World. This is what Jerry does. When you have that star on your helmet, this is what you go.
It is AT&T Stadium, but I get you.
And I actually been there before. Very nice stadium, by the way.
It's a cool stadium. So, Chris, CL made a good point. You're going to have to give up 2 first-rounders or a first-rounder on your team that's already established and a next-year first-rounder. It's going to have to be massive. We're talking Michael Parsons here. If this does happen, this is a blockbuster deal. What team does he go to and why? Like, why is it a fit? And maybe a few teams you have in mind.
I know it might be a little bit unpopular, but maybe he will go back home to Philadelphia. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, he's from Pennsylvania. He's from around that Philadelphia area. He went to Penn State, and he always go to Sixers games and Phillies games and all that. He just loves the city of Philadelphia. And I know during the draft, he always be like, how they get Quinyon Mitchell? How they get Cooper DeZean? And all these other players that the Eagles have drafted. So I feel like deep down inside, he wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Now, do the Cowboys will do that? Trade him to a division rival? I don't think so. No way. But that would be a perfect fit to see him go back home in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think you got a better chance of Jerry answering your phone than Jerry Rosenhaus.
Yes.
Nah, it's something. He's asked for a trade. When something publicly like that happens, now it's a super duper basketball. I'm talking Space Jam type basketball on the court, and it's not on his side; it's on the Cowboys side because one thing he did make it public. We have to note that, and 2. He has been patient. He does seem like, I'm not saying he's playing the victim in this particular situation, but
his last year.
He's in his last year of his contract, and if you look across the league, that's typically what when a guy's in his last year of his contract, you want to get a long-term deal done so he can set his mind and you can start building around that player. Let's switch gears a little bit here, y'all. The Minnesota Vikings have arguably the best receiver in the game. Him and Jamar Chase they're in the Mad 99 club. You look at the roster, it's not depleted. You have some high-end guys in some spots. You got TJ Hawkinson from Detroit. He's now there, and you look at the defense, you have Jonathan Allen. They run that classic 3-4 defense. So for the most part, it's stout. Guys like Byron Murphy Jr. on their roster. So
Hitman still hitting.
Yeah, Hitman still hitting. It's a decent roster. The question is at quarterback. Last year, J.J. McCarthy didn't play. He was injured the entire season. Did he even play a preseason game? One preseason game. I think it was one preseason game. So we didn't really get a chance that you would definitely ever see. But we didn't get a chance to see what he could do. I know I seen y'all memes all day. Shout out to my homeboys at home and my family members that's checking this out right now. Send them memes all day. CL's, he knows this. Chris, I guess you didn't get on my list
and
yet.
I ain't mad at you. I got people that feel like that's their full-time job.
Yeah, it's cool.
Send me memes all day, every day.
It just happens. We follow sports
Not you,
news.
though, brother. I'm talking about other people.
Yeah.
They know who I'm talking about.
Oh, well, hello.
Yeah.
So look, Chris. I got a couple people want to tell that too. But anywho,
Right.
look at Chris looking at
Bet he
it.
do.
Funny.
Bet he do.
Anywho, we saw the Justin Jefferson meme when they was asking him about, oh yeah, man, he's getting it together. He's kind of you could tell it wasn't really a confident speech that he was giving out there. So when you look at the Minnesota, Chris, we'll come to you first. When you look at the Minnesota Vikings, right, looking at its roster, looking at the division that they're in, I mean, this is a team that they got to see Detroit twice. They got to see Green Bay twice. Chicago, we'll get to them here in a second. But do you think that J.J. McCarthy, based off his college tape, he did have a year as an NFL player. Most of it was rehabbing, but he's been around the program. Could he lead this team to 10-plus wins?
No, I do not. I do not. And, I have some love for the Vikings because of Justin Jefferson, and I have one of my friends who is also a Vikings fan. But no. That division is too tough with Green Bay and Detroit, and hopefully Chicago can get better this year as well. And the Vikings don't have a bad roster, but they have a very, very tough schedule. And J.J. McCarthy, first year, getting some playing time in, first regular season snaps, I don't think so. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't really see it either. CL, it's just one of them situations where it's the division. I mean, I don't think Jordan Love's getting any worse. That Green Bay team has a running game with Josh Jacobs. I said Josh Jacobs. I'm all over the place.
Yeah,
I say that right? Yeah, okay,
right.
cool. See my Monday brain's working a little better today. And then it's just the division that has, yes, Green Bay, the Lions lost their big play caller and Ben Johnson, which is another issue because he goes to Chicago. You got to see them.
Yeah.
But in addition, I don't think Detroit's too or what they lost. Detroit is a very interesting conversation. CL, do you want to comment on the Vikings?
Sure.
All right,
I could just keep it straight about the Vikings. Last year, no matter how you feel about Sam Darnold, he was able to perform in the Kevin O'Connell's offense.
Okay.
He was the key. And don't get me wrong, we know that Justin is A1, AB receivers in this league.
Absolutely.
We understand that Hockenson is one of the better tight ends in this league. We understand that Jones is one of the better dual backs in this league. But we also know that the quarterback is the most important position in football.
That's what I'm saying.
Kevin O'Connell, and this is what I'm doing is giving the praise to Kevin O'Connell, the head coach, the quarterback whisperer, if you will, because not only did he get Sam Darnold to have a great season in that offense, he's had other quarterbacks to do well. As a Joshua Dobbs actually played good when he came off the bench the year that Kirk Cousins got hurt in Minnesota. So he's a proven teacher of the quarterback. Now, as we talk about the young man from Michigan, I don't think he's good enough. Never forget that Sam Darnold actually was a first-round overall pick. He had all the tools. I'm not sure that the young man from Michigan has all the tools to compete in that division with his rookie year, because regardless if you look at it, yes, he did get hurt in that first year. This is his rookie year, and I don't think he has it enough.
100%.
And not even the tutelage of Kevin O'Connell could get them over the hump in that tough division.
And I feel you with that, CL, and especially when you look at it from the perspective of, I mean, it's so many different, because it's just that the division. If he was in a lesser division, I could say, well, yeah,
like the NFC South,
would give him over the hump. See, he should be in the position to get the team over the hump. Think about it. Your quarterback masses a lot of, depending on how good your quarterback is. He can mass a lot of in Mondays. Yep. He can mask a lot of the things that you guys are lacking in. But if your quarterback is lacking himself, he can't mask anything, and it's all out on display. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in Minnesota. They're gonna double Justin Jefferson, and they're gonna count on them to either run it or throw it out of the positions that they'll be in. And I just don't see him winning on third down.
And I feel you on that one because we've only seen what he's done at Michigan. He basically just had to hand the ball off.
To
They
Donovan
had great
Edwards, Blake
defense.
Corn.
They had a rotation of backs, great coaching.
Offensive line.
And I think if you even look at a guy like Justin Herbert, I think he's a bit overrated.
I agree.
But being under Harbaugh's system, we're going to see the best Justin Herbert we have seen since he's played just because of the system. All right, I wanted to go to stick in this division for a little bit because I do think Detroit is an interesting situation. Their DC is actually my old linebacker from LSU. Shouts out to Kelvin Shepard.
Shouts out to Shepard.
3 years at LSU together. He was my linebacker, my bro. He's somebody who climbed up the ranks pretty quick. Coached 1 year at LSU in an assistant position, and him and Coach Campbell were cool, so brought him on his staff as a linebacker coach, and now they moved him into a defensive coordinator. But then they also had to go on look out for an offensive coordinator as well, and then they ended up going with John Morton. Coach, he's been around, spent some time actually as an assistant on the staff here in New Orleans, so there's the familiarity. But he spent some time 2023 and 2024 as a passing game coordinator in Denver under Sean. So you have a guy that knows offense. So I don't think in that situation they fall off. And here's another reason why, CL, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about. You look at them from a team situation, like as a team, running game, superb.
Mm-hmm. Offensive line.
Receiving core, better than good. Right? Offensive line,
top tier.
Superb.
Top tier.
Top tier. I'm talking about just, well put together. And then you look at Sam Porter, Lepore from Detroit, the tight end. But most importantly, Jared Goff at the quarterback position. You have a seasoned veteran quarterback. I mean, I saw Jared Goff go toe-to-toe with Drew Brees, right? Yes, so here's a guy that – I was there. Yeah, I know you was there. That was a really good game. I watched that one. That was fire. A couple more takes here, guys, before we get out of this segment. I do want to go around the league for these first few games, just taking a look at the schedule. I did have it pulled up earlier, but I guess the point I'm making with this week's schedule, we won't see a lot from certain teams. So I just had my computer acting up on me. I don't want to see Jacksonville. Well, anyway,
I do.
Go ahead. So talk about them. Were they on it well?
If I'm right, if I'm not mistaken, I usually don't touch too many devices because it's kind of all right here in my mind. If I'm not mistaken, week 1 of preseason, August 7th and a Thursday should be Jacksonville against Baltimore.
That's not it.
Am I correct?
No, that's not it. I got the schedule.
Go ahead.
Jacksonville against.
So that week 1 you have
the 7th.
The 7th, yeah.
The 7th you have
Colts,
the
Ravens.
Colts Ravens. I don't think we see much in that one.
Bengals Eagles.
I don't think we see much in that one.
And Raiders Seahawks.
We don't see much in that one.
So I beg to differ on all of that.
Talk to me.
So Colts Ravens, the Ozzie Newsome game. I call it the Ozzie Newsome game. You realize that the starting quarterback for
it's a battle right now
Colts.
between Daniel Jones and
right.
I get it.
So they're gonna be chomping at the bit to see who's gonna win that quarterback position. And my tight end from Penn State, first round pick, 44.
Yeah,
you talk
for the Colts. The Colts ended up.
I thought he was gonna be one of the first.
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren, yeah.
Tyler Warren's gonna touch the field for the first time.
I'm talking about the quarterback position. Like when Oh no. Each of these teams are going to have players we want to see.
Definitely.
I guess I'm just looking at high end players. Like you won't get too
you
many
won't get a
reps
Lamar.
So that's why I was going down the schedule in that regard.
You might get a Jair. Out there to get his feet wet.
No. You, like I said, you're gonna get your fair share of players, new quarterbacks, new to the team quarterbacks, not super seasoned veterans. Right. You're gonna get a good look at those guys. I'm just talking about, overall the weekend. My expectations are high. Like this Thursday, you're not gonna see much from the quarterbacks. You're not gonna see much from the quarterbacks the next game. Now Saturday, where it gets a little more interesting, we will see J.J. McCarthy in this Houston's game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, he has to play. He has
know,
no reps.
We're not gonna get much out the Jacksonville Pittsburgh game. Tennessee, because you got Aaron
Travis
Rodgers.
Hunter.
And Cam.
You-
Will he
but-
play?
but
Will
you-
he play both sides?
Oh, it's gonna be a great watch. But,
Yeah.
but I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the quarterback, position.
Yeah.
See,
There's so
okay.
much to see. Though.
people, listen. These games will be interesting because
they
we do
will.
have a lot of rookies and young players that gotta play.
Will he
so
play
I'm not
wide
on that.
receiver? Will he
I'm just
play
talking
corner?
about like real life reps. When you get the starting quarterback in there, that's your team one. I think your favorite. We might see Alvin Kamara. Tote the rock maybe once or twice, 1 or 2 series, and then Weezy out of here, right? Then they're gonna keep it going. But I'm just saying, games where we're gonna see significant reps, we may see a little bit more of. I don't think we see much of Bo Nix. Like I'm just thinking, this week 1, we're not gonna really see too much of these young guys. But again, NFL is back. It will be some interesting watches. Season week 2, much more to look ahead for with that. One more storyline I want to talk about. We don't talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers enough. And I know Mike Tomlin, real quick, y'all, we got about a minute left here. Do you think Aaron Rodgers will be the Mike Tomlin playoff savior? Remember, we've been getting Mike Tomlin. He's been winning the 10 games. They've been getting in the playoffs, and then they're up out of there. CL, I'll come to you first. Will Aaron Rodgers get Mike Tomlin over this hump? This hump we've been seeing the past several years.
I'll answer.
No, this is the beginning of the end of Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. This is the beginning of the end of Mike Tomlin having a winning record in every NFL season he's had.
You second that?
Yeah. There's no way. And even if they do make the playoffs, they'll be lucky if they even win a wild card game.
All right. Well, I just want to see why, and I'll say I'll remain optimistic. I just think Tom is a smart coach. Something he see with this situation. I don't know if it's just from his leadership perspective.
How many games does Aaron Rodgers really play? Once real football starts happening, right? Once real hits. This is not preseason no more. Nobody has yellow jerseys on anymore. Once the bullets really start flying. How many? And then in this division. Against Baltimore 2 times, against Cincinnati 2 times.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, it's Inside the Trenches, baby. Y'all don't go anywhere because we got a special treat for y'all coming up here next. Right here, Louisiana native, born right here in this state, celebrity guest, right here on Inside the Trenches. Y'all make sure y'all stick around. Y'all don't go anywhere. Shouts out to Health Nut System as well for sponsoring this segment. We'll be back. It's Inside the Trenches on ESPN Baton Rouge. Watch out there now.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
It's your host Marlon
Inside
Big
the
Favorite.
trenches.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in each week right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. And remember, if you didn't do so yet, be sure to like, subscribe right here on this page. And you can go to Inside the Trenches with Marlon Favorite and do the same thing, like and subscribe. Well, speaking of Inside the Trenches, my next guest is a big dog in the trenches. Similar to me, like from Louisiana, played at LSU. Except he got drafted to the Miami Dolphins in the 5th round. From there, he went on to the New England Patriots. Sound familiar? My next guest is none other than Davon Gauchaux. Welcome to Inside the Trenches, D.
What's good? What's good? I'm glad for you guys to have me, man. It's a pleasure to be here. Excited for the Chop It Up.
Sure.
Now, speaking of chopping it up, the Child Down Foundation has a school supply giveaway and had it. It was exceptionally well here at the Boys and Girls Club right here in New Orleans. What did it feel like to give back at home?
Great being back, man. Being from Plaquemine, you know, I always have a back to school giveaway down there, but I wanted to kind of switch things up as being, you know, a member of the New Orleans Saints now to come down and have a back to school giveaway, and it was amazing. It was exciting to see the boys and girls' faces, you know, giving the school supplies, helping them get back to school this month of August. So it was great seeing the smile on their faces, having lunch with them. It was a great feeling.
That is amazing, brother, and thank you for spreading the love all over Louisiana. Tell the people where you're from.
Plaquemine, Louisiana. We call it P-Town where I'm from. 15, 20 minutes from LSU, so right across the bridge as a kid. You know, always driving across that bridge, going to Baton Rouge. Always knew I was going to be a Tiger, and just kind of like just a living dream, just kind of living testament of what hard work can do.
Now, off air, you talked to us about doing this type of giveaway back home in Plaquemine, being here with the New Orleans Saints and seeing all of the guys and girls' faces. How does it feel to be able to be that staple here in the state? You know, you was once a young kid coming up knowing how times was hard. What that feeling felt like?
You know, I tell people it's always a great feeling, and you know, when you giving back, everybody thinks giving back is about giving money, but it's not really always about the money. It's just about like giving people your time. You know, just a 10, 15-minute conversation with somebody. You know, that changed my life. You know, we had a guy came back to our school, and he was a part of LSU. Don't really remember what he did, but his conversation impacted me, and it wanted me to get up and be something of myself. And I just tell people, you know, if you just can talk to somebody, you know, have a room full of 100 people, and if you just can change one person's life, you know, I feel like you did your job, you know. So just always just kind of just having a conversation with somebody means a lot more than giving money.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I heard you say you knew you were gonna go to LSU.
Yeah.
So when you made that decision, what was that decision like? Because I'm sure you had other offers to go other places.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was kind of a mix of LSU, Ole Miss, Florida. They had Muschamp. Ole Miss. I had Hugh Freeze. He was hot. You had West Coast schools, UCLA, USC. Coach O was at USC then.
That's right.
But I just knew like the football I wanted to play, the physicality, the SEC was the right place for me. And then once I bared it down, I'm like, LSU is like, looked up the, you know, like the Glenn Dorsey's, the Marcus Spears and people like that. And, you know, just always like once you know, saw that, you know, it was a no-brainer, you know, and LSU, it was a big time thing for everybody, you know, let's go to LSU. So, I mean, once that opportunity came, I knew I had to take advantage of it.
No doubt. If y'all are just tuning in Inside the Trenches, you're listening to New Orleans Saints defensive tackle Davon Gauchaux. Be sure to follow him on the social media platform, Child Down. That is also the name of his Foundation, the Child Down Foundation.
Yes, sir.
Be sure to look it up on the websites and be sure to check it out. And if you want to contribute, I want to talk a little bit more about that because being back home, a lot of folks want to figure out how they could get involved with players giving back. How could they, get directly involved with the Child Down Foundation?
I mean, just hit us up on the website. Hit us up in the email. I'm sure they have an email attached to it. I'm always open for people helping. I'm always, just kind of like want to be leaning on like the big brother, like that's the main thing about why we did the Boys and Girls program, because I'm a big believer in it needs to be mentors. Because I have a mentor, somebody mentored me.
That's right.
So I just think this is a way for people to put people in better positions. So I'm always open to that, and Child Down Foundation is always open to helping people.
I want to take it back to the LSU days. You came in a class that was a big time class.
Loaded.
You had you, Leonard in that class, Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
You guys had success at LSU in terms of stats. A lot of y'all guys went to the NFL. I guess talk to our viewers about that time frame playing, because you sat on that cusp, CL. He sat on that cusp of being on the Coach Miles staff, and then not even fully midway into the season, Coach O talking, Ed took over.
No, I wish we would have won some championships, because we had a loaded 2014 class, man. We had a loaded guys, number one tight ends, number one running back player Leonard Fournette, number one safety Jamal, number one receiver Malachi. So we had a lot of guys that was loaded, but I just wish we could have just finished and won a championship, and just, kind of like Joe Burrow, them they stamped it over there with, winning championships. Him, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Our defense was better than, and that, take no offense, but I feel like our defense was that year. Our defense was going up against guys like Ashawn Robinson, Jane Reed, Alabama, a young Deron Payne. Our defense was number one in the SEC that year when we played Derrick Henry and he ran all over us. But I just feel like we could have finished and won. But you're nothing in no lead without a quarterback. So I just feel like missing piece was, we probably didn't have a consistent quarterback play. But our defense was definitely, and we had a lot of weapons on offense. A lot of weapons. Like I say, Malachi was number one receiver come out of high school. We had DJ Chark. We had a lot of guys. A guy you probably don't even know, Russell Gage, who was a good receiver too. So we had a lot of weapons. We had Ja'Cory, number one tight ends from Lake Charles. We had pieces. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We just couldn't take advantage of it. Offense, we just couldn't take advantage of it. And I just feel like we were still stuck in the old era when now the new era is having a dual threat quarterback, which is you got to have, because if you don't have a dual threat quarterback, you can't have a pocket passer now, because it just doesn't work. He can throw from the pocket, but you got to be able to scramble.
For real.
So we in Alabama had those pieces, So I always feel like we was just as talented as them, or even more, but we just didn't have the quarterback position ready to go, and that hurt us, because I feel like we should at least have one or two natties, and I'm sure a lot of those guys feel the same way too. So I'm glad they was able to do it with Joe Burrow, and hopefully we can do something this year and win something, because there's a lot of hype coming out of LSU this year. So I'm excited for it.
No doubt.
Yeah, now that you make me think about that, that was a stacked team, and I think we always kind of frustrated that the offense didn't catch up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have amazing stories at LSU, brother. And we know that you eventually got drafted by the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
Believe it or not, this station is based out of Baton Rouge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
225.
tell Baton Rouge, what did you love so much about LSU in your experience, or one of the great experiences you had on a Saturday night?
Just really, it's a lot of things we can talk about, but just nothing give you goosebumps than walking down that Tiger Hill, that Tiger Walk, getting ready to go in front of 110,000 right now.
Yeah, it's loud.
110,000 fans, and screaming, and just electric, man. I remember we played Ole Miss my freshman year, and I was talking to Lorman Tunsil about this one day. And Lorman Tunsil was a sophomore. He was the number one tackle. Came out. They had the number one tackle, number one defensive player, Robert Condici, number one receiver, Laquan Treadwell. They were stacked.
That's right.
So
Number one.
we played them, and they was ranked at the time top 5.
Yeah,
This was top 5 that year. And we was probably like late, like 20-something ranked. That's my freshman year. And we beat them in LSU. That was a crazy memory that I remember. I think I got ejected that game. Unsportsmanlike or something like that. I got ejected like in the third quarter.
Right.
But that game was crazy. But just nothing like walking down that Tiger Hill, man. We had like I said, I feel like we had a lot more in the tank that we could have finished. But, you know, God does everything for a reason, so I never questioned him on that. But, you know, it was a great feeling. You know, we still have bonds today that we talk about, that we laugh about. You know, getting there my freshman year with Tommy Moffitt. I'm like, this guy hate freshmen. Like, it's like we finished the workout, and Tommy wanted us to do up downs. So I told Tommy, I was like, man, F this. I'm going inside. And it was like, oh, man, you can't do this. You can't quit. I'm like, bro, Tommy got us doing this. We just finished, and he wanted us to do 30 more?
Yeah.
And I thought it was, but it was just all, I see the vision of what he was doing, just trying to build men, build character. And, like, you see this, like, stuff we do today, I'm like, man, this stuff would never be harder than LSU. Like, you know, I just been in the sun. You know, like, they always wanted to, I don't know how it was when you was FA, but they always wanted the freshmen to work out in the afternoon just because they wanted the freshmen to feel the heat. You know, like, you're a freshman. Like, so you don't have a say-so when you want to work out. You got to work out in the afternoon when it's 2 o'clock, when it's hot, turf. You know, so it's like, you know, but he was trying to build men. He was trying to build character. And I appreciate that today, me going through that testimony, that battle, and it made me who I am today.
Oh, we had it worse, my brother. We had, my freshman year was Nick Saban's last year in Tommy Moffitt. See, y'all test was the 16 110s. We had to go 26, 24, 22. Like, Saban wanted to walk them down on
We had 26, but they always said that.
At y'all did 126.
16 of them count. I think you got to pass 16. The other 10 just for the seeds, just for to make you run.
So here's what y'all had, because, you know, I was Miles' first 4 years. So check this out. This is what they had. The first day they went to summer, they had to do the 26 110s.
Yep.
As long as you passed them, you were good. Everything else was just a 16.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is Saban used to walk us down. You get that first Monday in the summer. That's 26. Then the next one, 24. Then the next one, 22. And then every Friday, we did stadiums.
Yeah.
Now, I did dodge a bullet. The 03 team dies. They spring fourth quarter was brutal under Saban. Like, those guys that's watching that right now probably going crazy.
Yeah, the fourth quarter drills was brutal, man, because you have to wake up early in the morning. But I got adapted to it, and then they, you know, you give certain guys, like I got a couple of them, you give certain guys like yellow shirts. So I guess you start the line off that day. Right. Because you're like, you the leader. But like now you look at it, you like, you know, it's all funny now. You look at it, you got Tommy Moffitt doing like butt rolls, belly rolls, belly flops, get out of there, yo. So it's like, now like you look at it, it's funny. Now you look at it back, I'm like, man, we were really doing this dumb shit. Like, it's really, it's funny, but I mean, you appreciate it because it's like, it built me in the man I am today. In some shape or form, it did.
That's 100%.
Well, brother, by the grace of God, born and raised in Louisiana, you are now donning the black and gold. What does that feel like to be a New Orleans Saint?
Man, I was just talking to people, and it was like, you know, and it's starting to wear on me. Like, it's probably the best color in the league. I mean, just to have like the black and gold, and you know, black matches with everything. But it hasn't really hit me, and people think I'm crazy. But I think when I run out the first game and they, you know, call my name, and you hear the fans, you hear my family in the background, and you just hear, I just say, like, in the Superdome, it's like a party every Sunday. So I'm excited to see
it is, brother.
I mean,
I can't wait for you to be a part of it, brother. Look for me 144, 142. We'll be standing right there.
I'm excited to see it, but just getting back to this, you know, I always been a fan of the Saints, like the swagger. You know, a couple years ago, you know, they won it with 09 with Drew Brees, but even after that, the Saints had top defense. And I always been a fan of like their swagger. So I mean, to bring it and to get it back to how it used to be, like that's the goal, you know, and even better, you know, the Saints last year was like 30th in run defense. And I know that's a big part of the reason why I came in here to help this run defense. And I can't wait because I feel like it's gonna take all 11. And it's not complicated. Everybody just have to do their job. Everybody just gotta, you can't try to make plays that's not for you. Just bend your gap, do your job, and make the plays that's supposed to be made. So I mean, I'm excited for it, man. This is gonna be a great year. I'm excited about our DC coach, Brandon Staley. Excited about our head coach, Kellen Moore. It's gonna be great, man. We got some great pieces, and we just got to put it all together, and the sky's the limit.
If you're just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, you're hearing Davon Gauchaux, defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. Be sure to check him out this season. My man back home, you heard me, back in his hometown.
Big 9-2 in the middle.
Yes, number 9-2 in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait till he run out there. I know the Saints fans are excited to see homegrown once again play again. You were talking about training camp here, being a part of this team, and the difference between here and New England and Miami. And that's interesting because training camp did look a lot different here last year. The season was a lot different here. So this is you're coming into a New Orleans football team. How does it feel to be a part of that?
You know, first of all, I want to say you mentioned Miami, you mentioned New England. I appreciate both of those places. Like I say, in some shape or form, they shaped me into the man I am today. Love, absolutely love playing for Coach Bill Belichick. Taught me a lot about the game. I still can text him to this day here, respond back to me. But, just being down here and seeing Kellen Moore new system and new things, how he do things, I really appreciate it. As a guy who's been in the league going on 9 years now, at some days you need to be recovered. You gotta recover in this league to be at your best. So when Kellen came with his schedule and me and a lot of the guys, probably all the guys, like we love it. We love it. So when we on the field, we going. And you guys know how to get out here. When we on the field, we going. But when it's time for us to rest and recover and get in the playbook, we doing that. So I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I haven't been around a training camp like this. Been 9 years in the league. This is my best training camp I've been around. Just the way how you let players recover, take care of their bodies. But when we're on the field, we going. We just had a long day yesterday, about a 2-hour practice. It was very long, a lot of team periods, and I appreciate that because you get to look at what you have and get to look at how can we be better as a team. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get back out there tomorrow. I'm excited to just really the gel. I feel at home when you're with the guys. We having those stories in the locker room, just talking, just kiki and laughing and stuff like that. But at the same time, we getting together close, having dinners with each other. So I'm excited about this season, man. I think the sky's the limit for us. I know a lot of people don't really care, and a lot of people not giving us a chance. But that's why the game still has to be played in between the white lines. Right. Like Vegas bet, but the game still has to be played in between the white lines. 100%. Nobody can tell you how the game can go because I never went out on the field to tank or to lose a game. So neither should nobody else. So nobody knows how the game's going to go because the game still has to be played. So that's why when everybody got these score projections about they're going to lose by 14, the card is 14 under or 14 over, the game still has to be played. And that's why I love the game of football because you still have to play the game.
Right.
I love that passion, brother. Yeah. And to the average fan, they don't realize that you are identified in free agency as the gentleman to come in to play that nose tackle in this 3-4 to help us stop the run.
Yep.
What does that? Obviously, you know that. Your agent knows that. Your family know that. We actually saw your family at training camp, 92 jerseys. We loved it.
Yes.
Yep.
What does that feel like knowing that is your job, you identified for it, and this is what we expect from you?
I love it because a lot of people call it pressure, but I call it a privilege. You prepare for moments like this by taking reps and reps and reps every day in training camp, every day in practice, because you prepare. I prepare to take that same step. I prepare to shoot my hands a certain way. I prepare to shed blocks. You prepare that by going out, and days like the other day, it was hot, And when you get hot and you get tired, that's when you got to rely on your technique. That's when your technique should come even more into play when you're hot and you're tired because now that's all you have is your technique. And think about how he feel across the ball from you. He feel probably even worse. He feel even worse, but I can't show it. But that's when my technique come into play. That's when I gotta think more. That's when I gotta think about the play. He's calling what? Rita Linda. He's calling this. He calling that. That's when I gotta start thinking even more because I'm tired. Right. And naturally, my body wants to shut down. Your mind is the most powerful thing on your body. It's the most powerful thing on your body. So anything you can do when this is thinking, you can do anything. So it just come into more knowing that, okay, cool, they're relying on me, but it's relying on 11 people to stop the run. And I always tell it to have some fun because when you stop the run, everybody wants sacks. Yeah. You get sacks on early downs. You get sacks on third downs. A lot of people think, okay, cool, it's third down, it's time to go get a sack. But actually, most of the sacks come on first and second down because it's play action pass, it's boot. Right. It's third down, everybody want to pass first. I get it. It's like the money down. Everybody wants to get off the field and get the offensive ball back. I get it, but first, second down just as important as third down.
Right.
Because if you don't handle your business on first, second down, it's no third down. I done been in games where we didn't even get the third down because we was getting ran off the field.
Right.
So if you don't take care of first, second down, nobody never. I don't know what Cam Jordan can do. Right. A future Hall of Famer. I don't know what he can do because guess what? I can't get him on the field because we can't stop the run.
Yeah.
So I mean, it all coverage. We always talk about the rush and the coverage marriage together. If the back end doing their job, the front end doing their job, it's a good chance the back end going to have success. If the back end doing good, it's a good chance the front end is going to have success. So you all have to marriage it together and become one, and that makes a great defense.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's saying this. And this is, I was just talking to the Concord kids about this the other day. a lot of folks in this era is focused on pass rush. Man, let's get to the rusher. How can I improve that?
They
We
getting
got to
paid.
get to third down.
They getting paid. They getting crazy amount of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we all want to be financially stable. But at the end of the day, Coach was talking about this yesterday, and he was like, we all got millions. Now it's time, like let's go win now, because we all can take care of our families. But like, what you gonna leave? Like what you want to leave this game as? A guy, I just got a lot of money. Like what else you want people to say about you when you leave this game of football? Oh, man, the biggest thing that somebody can say about me is I played the game the right way. To me, that means more than any Pro Bowl, any All Pro. He played the game the right way. He played the game support. Because a lot of people who make those accolades, and that's good for them Pro Bowls, All Pro. A lot of people, they just care about individual stats,
Right.
and that's great, and that's because you work hard for that. But I want somebody to say about me when I leave this game, oh man, he was a great teammate. He played the game the right way. He was reliable. He was consistent. All those things. Those things are never. You can never get rid of those. You can never get rid of those things. And yeah, I'm just excited to be back home, man. This is gonna be a great season. I can't wait to put on the black and gold, run out for the first time, and just hear all the fans screaming. And hopefully we get a fan something to cheer about, wins, and nothing's more important in this league than winning. Because if you don't win, then everybody's job's on the line. So I mean, nothing more important in this game is winning. Winning is the first priority, and you win together with a team. So I'm excited about that.
Well, I definitely trust that, because we definitely need the win, and I do trust that the defense will be better because of the Brandon Staley and the 3-4 defense.
Yep.
The nose tackle position is such a unselfish position.
Oh yeah.
You are a giver. You had your fun. You give back today.
Yeah.
What is it like for a nose tackle to get in the backfield and make the plays that you can make?
It's like a relief off your back, because, like you said, it's such a position of sacrifice. A lot of people who don't know ball don't really understand that. And when you get the opportunity to be one-on-one, whether that's in the run game or pass game, you got to take advantage of it. Whether that's me pushing the pocket, putting the center on top of the quarterback, and giving Carl Granderson and Chase Young, Cam Jordan coming around the edge, and getting a sack, or we all getting a sack. So it's such a position. When you get the one-on-one, you've been double teamed for so long in the game.
Real talk.
When you get the one-on-one, take advantage of it.
Right.
Annihilate the center. And no center should never better block a nose. No, but to me, I like to annihilate all three of the guys: the center, the guard, the guard. Yeah. And if the tackle wants something, you come get something. So I mean, I like to make my presence be felt, and it all starts with my hands. It all starts with my hands, my eyes, my feet, making sure all that stuff correlate up with each other. And man, it's such an unselfish position. And you see guys like one of my favorite players I love to watch, a nose tackle in this league, and I think he played the games the right way, is Dexter Lawrence. I love watching Dexter Lawrence. I'm a big fan of Dexter Lawrence. I love watching this game, and because in the run game, he remind me of myself, like just heavy hands, putting hands on people, not trying to swim around blocks. And sometimes it's okay to do a little change up every now and then, but I love people who play the game the right way. And a nose tackle is such an unselfish position. It's you have to sacrifice, because you got Demario Davis relying on you. You got Pete Warner relying on you. Right. So you got guys like that relying on you to do your job so they can do their job. So, I mean, it's such an unselfish position. But like you said, when you get a chance to get that one-on-one and get in the backfield, take advantage of it. Hit a celly every now and then, because
there you go.
you don't get that. You don't get it. You don't get it, so.
It's really you're right. It's really a position where you make a lot of sacrifice, especially what we're doing here in New Orleans. You got 3 down linemen with their hands in the dirt, 2 guys up, and they're flying around, and that's something we really hadn't seen heavy around here since the Dome Patrol. And I think that some of the older Saints fans could really appreciate this new look. So I look forward to that continuing.
Kind of new old look, right? Because during the Dome Patrol, we did run a 3-4.
Yeah, that's right.
When y'all say Dome Patrol, was I even born then?
You wasn't born yet.
No.
Yeah. So this is Sam Mills.
I'm 30 years old, by the way.
There you go. Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He just mature soul.
Okay.
Well, so we had the 4 linebackers. We had inside we had Sam Mills and Vaughn Johnson, and then outside we had Ricky Jackson and Pat Swilling.
Ricky Jackson,
the only linebacker core to ever all go to the Pro Bowl.
They all went to the Pro Bowl in 1 year.
Yeah,
I was a legit back then. How they say it out in BR. I
heard all those names though.
Yeah,
was I even born then?
For sure. But let me tell you, the the Dome Patrol would not have been what they were without the gentlemen up front.
Yep.
Frank Warren,
Mhm.
you know, the guys that put hands on guys so those
100%.
guys can
Yeah.
flow. And we know your position is a very unselfish position. Right now, I want you to be selfish. What are your goals for 2025, brother?
Well, every year coming in, a lot of no sack. A lot of people could appreciate this who know ball. Always, every year, I'm like 60 plus tackles. Last year, I led the lead in run stops, which was 35.
Yes, you did.
I pride on that. That's, I'm always looking to lead the lead in run stops. If you don't know, a run stop is like a negative gain or a 1 yard gain or something like that. I led the lead last year in run stops, so that's really like a big goal for me. But just really, just to have number one run defense in the league, top 5 for sure. But I always pride myself on being number one. My second last year in New England, we was number 1 in run defense. So, teams averaging about right at 3 yards to carry on us.
Mm-hmm.
So I always pride myself in that because I feel like once you have that, the foundation of having a brick wall, you can do everything else. You can allow guys to be themselves and allow guys to go make plays. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I in the offense, nothing like getting the offense the ball back. It's nothing like coming. It's kind of like Big Fabe when. And we LSU guys, but when Bama played LSU in the national, LSU couldn't cross the 50-yard line.
That's right. Yeah.
And
11. Yeah.
And Alabama didn't have a bunch of pass rushers. They didn't have no guys averaging 10 sacks a year. They had a bunch of guys stopping the run. Because LSU wanted to do what with Jordan Jefferson. They wanted to do the option.
They was on it.
Exactly. So they was on it. So it's kind of like, it's nothing like having a team can't run a ball. Like it's almost like suffocating somebody.
It helps the offense.
It's like you can't do nothing. You gotta throw the ball. You have to because you can't pass the ball. So it just when LSU when that game happened, I'm like, man, like I was watching that game. I don't even know what grade I was in, but I remember that LSU couldn't do nothing. Like they couldn't. So just kind of having that pride. It takes pride to have a great defense. And the first thing comes to me when you have a great defense, a great team is stopping the run, running the football on offense, and playing great special teams. Because everybody in the playoffs, they can run a ball, they can stop the run, and they can cover kicks. They can. So that's really got to be your bread and butter.
No doubt. Well,
brother,
Good.
I don't know if you know dates, but I'm gonna give you one right now.
Yep.
November 30th, 2025. That would be, let me help you. That would be Thanksgiving weekend. The New Orleans Saints play the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Knowing that you were drafted by the Miami Dolphins, please tell the people what type of feeling. I know what kind of feelings I'm having about that game.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
What type of feelings you having about going back to Miami with the black and gold on, baby?
Man, it's always great to go back down to South Florida. I mean, that's one of my residents in the off season. It's great being down there. It's great when I got drafted there. They took me in as a young kid coming from LSU, Louisiana, and they showed me great things. They took me with open arms. So I have no resent against them at all. But of course, I want to win. I'm in the black and gold, so I want to win. And we can be friends after the game, but during the game is all talk between the white lines and playing great football, playing great defense, which I pride that we would play this year, and just getting the win, man. It's going to be hot down there, and what people don't know about the Dolphin Stadium is the visitor side is where the sun is.
That's right. Yeah.
So if you guys come to that game, try to get tickets on the home side.
Brother, we're going to be at the ball, baby. Don't even worry about it. We're going to be at the ball.
So because their sideline, like even when my wife came one year, I was with New England, and the sun hits you right and it hits the sideline and it hits the stands too. So that game is brutal. So if anybody come, I recommend them getting tickets on the Dolphin side because it's going to be hot. So
well, D, before we let you go, man, we like our guests when they come on the show to have a message to whether it's the young folks or whomever.
Yeah.
For you, it's young defensive tackles in college right now, high school, that want to be in the position you in. That's your camera right over there. What's your message to the young D tackle trying to make?
Hello, people. My message to you today would just be stay the path. A lot of people are going to tell you what you can't do. And my message to that is do whatever you feel like doing. Hard work can have you reach unbelievable heights. Keep going, trust in yourself, have faith, put God first, and the sky's the limit. Hard work beats anything. Hard work always beats talent when you're not working hard. So keep working hard, keep it going, man. Put God first, and the God's limit for you.
Amen to that one. Well, he's Davon Gauchaux. Y'all be sure to go follow him right now on the social media. Child Down on Instagram or wherever you do your social media in that. Be sure to go check out the childdown.com for more information about his foundation. Number 92.
Yeah, big man in the middle.
In the middle for the New Orleans Saints. Y'all make sure y'all lock in. You heard me? It's them Tigers, baby. You know how we do it. Yeah. The run stop, baby.
Top
That's how we
run
eat.
defense, New Orleans Saints.
Need it. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Well, y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back here on Inside the Trenches on ESPN Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
inside of the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches, beautiful people. I hope y'all enjoying the show. Big shout out to our last guest, Davon Gauchaux, Saints defensive tackle. Spent some time in Miami, spent some time out in New England. Big ups to him. What he said, he's done this at Plaquemine, Louisiana for years, the toy giveaway, but he wanted to, first year with the Saints, make his way down here and do it at the Boys and Girls Club at Gretna earlier. That went exceptionally well, so big ups to Davon. And look, y'all make sure y'all go to Child Down Foundation or childdown.org or do you say .com? One of the two, and check out his foundation information. And you can also, for more information, go to Child Down on Instagram and follow him. But man, really interesting takes. He was talking about the LSU years.
Right.
This what really stood out, CL, with that, how talented those teams were. But they were just missing quarterback play.
Right.
I mean, and that's his boys. Like, it wasn't no disrespect to their quarterbacks there, but it was just
our limitations.
we know our limitations, but you know, a lot on that team was held up with, you know, the whole traditional Les Miles offense, a lot of tosses to Leonard Fournette, which worked out exceptionally well for Leonard. I mean, the yardage, the records that was set, but it didn't equate to a lot of wins. So I thought that was interesting.
And eventually, I thought it was rough on Leonard because if you remember them Alabama games, they were just loading up, waiting on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually
Stack
the
the
whole
box.
SEC kind of caught up with it. You know, lead left, lead right, power left, power right. I mean, you know, like you say, Leonard ended up becoming the 4th overall pick that year in the draft, but I think it just stagnated the offense to the point where you didn't get a chance to see the talent, so much other talent around them.
No doubt. And little Chris, I mean, this was back in your high school days, if I'm not mistaken, middle school.
Middle school,
Yeah, middle school days. So I know you remember the matchups between that in that time frame between LSU and Alabama.
Ooh, do I?
No
Alabama
success.
used to own us.
Yeah, it was that one game that was close. I didn't bring it up with him. I wanted to talk about. It was the 2016 season.
I watched that game.
Alabama
0-0
at LSU.
in 3
Jalen
quarters.
Hurst, yeah.
And in the 4th quarter, Alabama scored the final 10 to win.
It was just insane. And
I
those
remember
guys, but it's like what CL said, man. It's just us at that time. We didn't just run the ball. And we had talented receivers, but, you know,
What
obviously.
year was that when Slim Reaper killed Stingley Jr.? I think he got 2 touchdowns.
Okay, so
That was
I'm going to
2019.
defend Stingley on that one. That
Yeah,
was definitely 2020.
Yeah.
2020. Okay.
But if you remember, it was really Slim only got him one time. If you
I ain't
remember,
lying. Both kind of.
But he
both
scored
matchups.
twice that game.
he scored twice. I'm gonna have to go back.
Go back, check it out.
But I remember one of them, Coach Raymond had got Stingley attention to the sideline. So Stingley
yeah.
looked to the side and he was like, wait.
You talking
Yeah.
about the 2019 game, yeah.
That was the tour. No, we beat them 2019.
Yeah, that's true. But he got burnt that game too, though.
No, we shut them down
Yeah,
2019.
Slim
So-
Reaper. Well, you know, LePat was on
2020.
those teams, so you know I watched that game just to the.
Well, LePat and them had to lose.
Yeah.
That 19 one. LePat and them had to.
But that year, you know, because there was a lot of talk about, you know, who's really good, and you know, I had been a fan of Slim Reaper. You know, obviously he's from Louisiana.
Hey, go.
You know, and we missed out on LSU missed out on getting him, but you know, you can't get everybody.
You can't get everybody.
Can't get everybody,
and
but-
it was just a tough time because Alabama was just so dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, why not go to Alabama at the time?
And he showed, because like I said, I felt like they missed out on Lil Pat and they missed out on Slim Reaper.
And
they-
Lyle Collins.
Yeah, and that was the driving force that put them over the hump against LSU. in those I think 3 to 4 years.
I'm telling you,
dominance.
no, it was no 3 to 4 years of dominance. That was like 8 years. It was
From like 2011 to
I was
2019.
trying to be nice.
it was 11. Well, we could say 11 kind of evened out because
Yeah.
we beat them to go undefeated that year, but they beat us in the
in the
natty,
national
but
championship. Yeah.
12, 13, 14,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah.
16, 17, 18. So it was
2020.
7 years until 19
Yeah.
happened, you dig? And that was, and then we got to give Coach Kelly his props. We'll talk a little college football a little later. If y'all remember, his first time in Baton Rouge, he beat Alabama at
Mason
home.
Taylor.
And Mason Taylor played
Back
Coach
in his
Saban.
zone.
Yeah, so that was big time. But the Saints, man, I don't know why. Well, I know why, because, obviously players on this team we really rock with, like
Oh, for sure.
Foskey,
They rock with us.
Cam, and, they rock back with us and our homie Gauchaux. But I'm just, like, looking at this Saints defense, and I still feel a little optimistic. And I think it really has to do with where my mind is, because everybody else, this is kind of, all right, I see how this thing is going. This defense looks a little different, but understanding the difference. So, for all intents and purposes, New Orleans is running your traditional 3-4. Now, you've seen this in Brandon Staley's defenses before. Obviously, the Chargers was good with this. He's someone who could really put together a nice defensive package, and the way the different looks. Because, as he mentioned to us, you'll see a 4-3 look sometimes when you need to go to that 4-3 look. But it's just something about the 3-4 that really sets a team apart from the rest. I don't know if it's just the fact that you only have 3 guys in the dirt, and now you have your hybrid ends covering more space because they're not in the traditional look.
Right.
But CL, to be honest with you, this may be the spark that the Saints need to really turn that corner defensively, especially in the run game.
Definitely in the run game. Last year, we were second to last in stopping the run. I think to a man, even Gauchaux said, to play run defense is a want to, is an attitude, is a personality. And I think the 3-4 helps us because when you think about the 3 down linemen, you don't necessarily know where the other 2 are coming from.
Right.
So we're less predictable in New Orleans. Last week, I admitted to every man that we had become predictable offensively and defensively in New Orleans, and it was time for a change. I think the 3-4 is a fresh change, even though our glory days of the Dome Patrol originated in a 3-4. I think we're back to that. And not saying we're going to have a Dome Patrol defense. What I'm saying is we will stop the run this year, and it starts in the middle with a Mr. Davon Gauchaux, number 92 in the middle.
That's where it starts. Even in my arena days, that's what it was all about. Everything went off the nose guard. And he said it earlier, being able to create that new line of scrimmage, being able to knock a player back and really set the middle.
He says destroy the center.
Destroy the center. Opportunity to destroy the center. That you like that destroy.
Oh.
That's the attitude we
That's
need
what
at
I'm
that
looking
position.
for.
And man, I'm just excited because it just seems that Coach Kellen is really bringing in the right pieces.
And it's okay
that's
to
the really
be
good part
excited,
about it.
Fave.
Yeah,
It's okay to be excited because we have fresh players. I know everybody to a man got a chance to see the players that the middle linebacker Stutzman made this weekend. I know everybody got a chance to see the interception that Riley got this weekend.
That was tight. Yeah, I saw
understand that everybody got a chance to see the safety Simpson and the plays that he made this weekend. So we have younger, faster, stronger guys on defense that plays with a no-nonsense type of attitude because they don't know what they don't know. They're still trying to make it. And I'm excited with you, Faye, because I know one thing. We will stop the run this year.
And that slows everything down, Chris, for the offense. When you have a defense that's out there clicking on all 4 cylinders, getting the offense back the ball multiple times, keeping the score down. We had Coach Kellen fresh off of a Super Bowl team. Will this defense be the spark that the offense needs?
I definitely do think the defense will be a spark. And yes, we do have some unknowns still on defense, but like you said, it's fresh, it's new, and we have a lot of talented pieces on defense, and we also have a proven defensive guy, a proven defensive play caller and defensive coordinator in this league. So that's why I'm confident, and we're relatively young too. So that's why I'm confident that we can have a strong defense in the passing game and run game this year.
Nah, no doubt. If y'all just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, baby, we talking about the Saints going into this 2025 season. A lot of expectations in regards to the new coach. Well, should I say not a lot of expectations because we have a young new coach and a team we're seeing growing in the right direction. But do New Orleans have what it takes to take it to the next level? CL told me at last week's practice, he said, Faye, you know what? This team could potentially go 5-12. It could be 12-5. And I can see that. I'm not saying 5-12 is okay, but I mean, on a team where you look at key pieces like Kool-Aid McKinstry, a young guy who, again, just got in this league not too long ago, even offensively, which Rashid Shaheed, he's exceptionally young. Just looking at some of these guys on the roster, I mean, he may have been in the league 9 years, but Davon Gauchaux is 30 years old. That's
which he led the league last year in tackles for loss at the nose tackle position.
Right.
You also have a Brian Brzee that led the league in sacks at the defensive tackle position with 7.5.
So you see the young talent in the building. You see the amount of talent that's contributing early and something to grow off of. So CL, when you look at the rotation of this defense that we saw last week, we saw different looks. We saw a Ridgeway get in at the nose. Well, you got a Foskey at the end. Do the Saints have enough depth on the defensive front seven to really make some serious noise in the division?
I believe the New Orleans Saints have more than depth. We actually have playmakers. And what we didn't have last year was depth and lack of playmakers. I think it's a total opposite this year. We have the depth and the playmakers. They're still forgetting about the 7th-round pick Diggs that have made some headway in training camp this year. They're forgetting about a Brian Brzee that was one short of the Pro Bowl last year at defensive tackle, but led all defensive tackles in sacks last year. So not only do we have young guys coming in, we have young guys that have made headway in this league and are ready to attack with this new fresh defense and this new fresh approach that we are taking as far as taking care of our bodies and being able to perform on Sundays.
Man, Chris, this receiving core for the Saints might be better than we anticipated, right? You look at guys like Brandon Cooks. He made some good plays at practice. Chris Olave looked like he's been shook back. Rashid Shaheed, hands on point. Not only that, his speed is there. I thought Mason Tipton looked exceptionally well at practice, made some good plays with the ones. Donovan's People-Jones, right? Where does he fit in this equation? Because here's a guy who's made some exceptional plays here in the league. He could, I mean, even at his time in San Francisco, the stats were decent. On a not-so-good San Francisco year, will we have a solid 4 receivers? And when you start thinking of guys like Bub Means and Mason Tipton, do these guys stay on this team? Do we find a way to mix them, put them in the mix? I mean, obviously your 3 guys is Cooks, Lave, and Shaheed. That's your 3 guys. What other 1 or 2 guys may jump into this mix?
I would definitely say Bub Memes and Donovan Peoples-Jones for sure.
Those 2 for sure.
A little bit of a wild card will also be Cedric Wilson, only because he knows the scheme, he knows the system already, and he's played for Kellen Moore already when they was both in Dallas. So I will actually throw Cedric Wilson in there as well. And I feel like these receivers is good enough to fit Kellen Moore's scheme, which is to, get open through the zones.
Yeah.
That's all you got to ask for. I mean, they don't have to be a Calvin Johnson and jump up for 50-50 balls. No, just his scheme is to run the ball and find the open receivers through the zone.
CL, we got 3 quarterbacks on this roster. Because we did cut Decker this past week. Hunter did an exceptional job. Had his training camp week. Hopefully the kid gets picked up by somebody. I didn't get a chance to check to see if we did. Do you see us, I don't know if this week 2 of the preseason, week 3, or maybe going into the regular season, but do you see us potentially bringing in another quarterback. I know I sent you a few articles earlier. One was just this news break that talked about us actually going after Shador Sanders. I know
Wish list, huh?
it's a wish list, but it has been a conversation, and you do have to look at how the free agency market looks. Obviously, Coach may wait a little bit. Why? Because some quarterbacks may get cut during the preseason. So are you kind of waiting to see how that dust settles, or do you have your eyes on a few guys right now?
I mean, as your GM, I always have my eyes on a few guys and a few situations tempering all over the NFL. But the reality of the situation is I can wait till Sunday. I need to wait till Sunday. I have liked the rotation of the quarterbacks and Coach Moore and how he's given everybody a true chance to win the number one job. Now I need to see it with real bullets flying. We were blessed to be able to see the Hall of Fame game, so we got a prelims of what the the Los Angeles Chargers look like offensively and defensively. So I was able to scout them a little bit going into this week. We know what we're going to have to do against Trey Lance. We know what we're going to – I doubt if Humphrey actually plays, right? So we have to stop an Amari Hampton, the running back from North Carolina. We have to be stout up front. We understand that the Rams – I mean, Jesus, it's Monday. We understand that the Chargers are a run-first, play-strong defensive team.
City.
Somebody that we might want to emulate moving forward in this league. So I have all the patience in the world to see how our quarterbacks perform with real bullets flying. What does I know everybody saw the video of Shuck taking off and running, and I do believe he's a mobile quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
But now the bullets are real. People will be trying to take your head off. People will be trying to feed their families. People are trying to hold on in this league. This is where the rubber meets the road, because now it's no more games. There's no more yellow jerseys. It's live. And then I'll be able to give you my estimation on that.
And that's kind of how it has to be, because even in the 7-on-7 situations with Shuck, we saw him get a little rattled. I saw that our lads had already updated their deal having Spencer Rattler as a starting quarterback, just simply because of
I named
his
him the
experience.
starter at camp.
Yeah, well, before camp. Now I remember that.
named him the starter.
Now, that was
Definitely the
real
clear
news.
cut favorite.
Yeah.
But we take on the Chargers. It's going to be on the 10th. This Sunday.
3 o'clock.
NFL Network 3 o'clock game. The Chargers already got a game in. Trey Lance did look exceptionally well. He was 13 for 20, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Challenge to the defense.
Definitely. This will be their second preseason game. I don't know if we may see maybe a little bit of Justin Herbert. I don't know how much Harbaugh's going to put out there in regards to the rotation, but it's still a good preseason game to watch. I do think the Chargers could let us know how some of these young players that we're talking about will look. This new system, we won't see a lot of big 92 in this game.
Right.
Like the first group really going to get a lot of their work at this practice. So, it's going to be the notes from that to really see how this team look. But all in all, y'all feel free to add comments below. Do y'all think the Saints will beat their odds right now? They're under 5.5. I would, if I was a betting man, I would bet. Well, I'd bet a little bit. You're not a betting man. It's more.
I'm not a betting man.
But I would take the over in that, just for the simple fact I think that this team, so as we wrap this segment, let's just take a look at the Saints' upcoming schedule. I don't know, we talked about it before. Actually, week 1 is the Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah.
But
Cardinals.
the Cardinals, you're the right.
Yeah.
See, it's
Jesus
Monday
Christ.
brain.
And I've already scouted them and everything, and I said Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Monday.
Yeah, it's all good, but to me, that's a good tester game. I mean, you have a Kyler Murray who has the experience. I think Kyler's like on year 9, if I'm not mistaken. He's up there as well. But you have Kool-Aid McKinstry who will go against Marvin Harrison Jr. So I am interested in looking at that matchup as well.
And you know what we would actually do? We would probably put an Isaac Yaldum
You think
on
so?
Harrison. Well, he played with San Francisco last year, so he's gotten 2 games against him already.
That's true, but you still won't put your best.
And I get that, but there's another young man in for the Cardinals. His name is Wilson. He's almost like a Drake London prototype.
Gotcha.
He's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
There's also a McBride that played tight end that used to play for the Saints. He is an NFL top 100 tight end.
But their number
in
one
this
guy
league.
is Harrison.
Well, it looks that way on paper, but in real life, like I said, I just scouted them last night. Their main guy really is Wilson, because think about it, Harrison gets all the attention, so you have to have guys that step up. And honestly, their main guy really is McBride at tight end.
Yeah,
that's why he's
target wise.
Very underrated tight end for sure.
They kind of use him how we use Jawan Johnson.
Yeah, he's number 68 overall in this year's top 100 players. So that just speaks volumes of his talent.
Right.
They have an offensive line that's very underrated that gets off the ball. They do a lot of pulling with their guards and their tackles, and they do a lot of pulling with their tight ends. But their running back, James Crowder from Pittsburgh, he literally went to Pitt, played in Pitt. He battled cancer. He runs harder than you would ever imagine.
He's pretty good.
So the New Orleans Saints definitely have a challenge week 1.
Because go ahead, Chris.
I say I absolutely agree. And then the most interesting matchup, in my opinion, like you just said, James Conner against that Saints run defense. How that would fare out. That would be the most interesting matchup for sure. And I like the secondary versus Marvin Harrison matchup as well.
Yeah, I think that's the two areas I'm looking at, like how our corners hold up, and to y'all point, just how well his run defense works. So maybe about 2, maybe 3 series, we're gonna see the first group just to kind of get guys rolling. That really depends on how this practice goes as well. So, we got to be mindful of that. But nonetheless,
we
fellas,
have some young guys that need to be seen. Third round pick from Texas, defensive tackle. We need to see him.
We're going to see
Foskey
Neil
on the edge. We definitely going to see Neil.
Yeah, we're going to see some guys.
The touches that he got during training camp, I'm sure is going to resonate this preseason. We need to see if a Bub Means is going to step up. We're going to need to see if a Peoples Jones is going to step up. We need to see our middle linebacker, and I believe, and I'm going to say it now, he's the future. I've seen
Stuntman.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, he's rolling with the ones a couple times.
He's the future at linebacker for a Studman. We need to see if O'Reilly from Virginia can really play outside corner and hold his own. We need to see if our new backup safety in starting safety. I'm sorry, Blackman.
Yeah,
if
he's but you're gonna see Jonas Sanker too.
Yeah, I love to see Sanker.
Yeah, you're gonna see
33.
him. Yeah.
I love to see Sanker.
Yeah. So impact players. Let's go rookies. Right now we got Diggs, Broughton. We got Studman. We got Riley. I'm naming some of the guys
Banks
on defense.
Jr.
You got Banks Jr. You got Neil. You got Shuck. Montevo. Am I saying last name?
The tight end.
The tight end. All right. Who makes the most noise in this preseason game out of the rookies?
Oh, that's easy. It's going to be Neil.
Okay. All right.
Because the offensive line is revamped. I'm sure they're going to give him time because we haven't decided who's going to be that number 2 back behind Alvin. I think this is one of the questions that need to be answered in preseason. And why wait to week 3? Start with week 1, trying to figure out who is going to be the backup to Marvin Harrison. And to a man, both of us are at camp. We see 30 getting touches.
Oh yeah. Even with the ones,
even with the
ones, like they really have a decent rotation going, Chris.
He stole my pick.
Devin
Neal. Yes. Yeah.
Well, give us a why. Why you say Devin Neal? At least give us a why.
I would say Devin Neal because I would be interested to see, can he be that number 2 back that we can ask for right behind Alvin Kamara? If Alvin Kamara gets injured, can he be a reliable back for us? And I think he has the talent for that. I just feel like he has to display it on the field. And we hope that he could show some display this upcoming preseason game.
I think he will. I got one for y'all, and Chris said it, but I thought he was going to roll with it. I'm looking at Kelvin Banks Jr.
Oh, yeah.
This entire preseason, as much as the clips that we saw one-on-one, he was locking Chase Young down. Like, he couldn't get no rushes off. He was pancaking, he was getting his pancakes in. So going against a defensive line with some experience with the Cardinals, this will be an excellent opportunity for him to show why he's a first-round draft pick and why they had to split that award with him and Will Campbell. They didn't just give it to Will Campbell. Right. You still have a Calais Campbell on this team. You still got Darius Rodman at the end. I'm interested in seeing how they're going to match this young man.
The first-round pick, second-round pick, Hall from Michigan starts at corner. Chris Olave against Hall from Michigan on the corner.
And then I got one for you, Ole Miss. Walter Nolan is a good friend of the family of ours. My chef, Chef Gason. Shouts out to Chef Gason. That's his daughter's fiance. So they had me on the phone at the draft party. I'm like, man, okay, you going out to AZ? Guess we're going to see you week 1, baby.
Week 1.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, look, y'all, we having a great time here on Inside the Trenches. Time does fly when you're having a good time. We got one more segment for y'all here. We're going to go college football this time, baby. That's right. It is here. They're dropping the coaches polls out. Let's see what LSU is at on this list. We're going to talk about this and the whys behind that. And we're going to look at week 0 and week 1, some of the matchups that we look forward to in teams during their training camp. It's Inside the Trenches, baby. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Well, just like that, baby, we are back. It is Inside the Trenches. We're live here at the Loyola Studios. Big shouts out to our production crew. Been doing an excellent job tonight, all day. Just pre-production was good. We're gonna keep on climbing. So big ups to Damon, my man Taylor, gang. You heard me, UP, all them up in there. Y'all keep representing. My co-host too, CL Nola, my man Chris. Man, Chris is always on the spot, ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? Got the buzz down on. Yeah, got the David Ruffin glasses on. He clean tonight. You feel me? I know you want to leave me.
Come on.
But I refuse. Let me stop. Yeah. And I love it because we have ourselves a good time here. So big ups to Conquer Sports Pros for all that they do for the show, as well as Health Nut Systems. Remember, visit stillbody.org for some of the best natural products you could possibly get for your body. Got to get your daily nutrition in. Speaking of daily nutrition and daily coaching polls, the coaches dropped their top 25 teams for the preseason. We're gonna, mainly focus on the top teams that's mentioned, top 10 teams. Y'all feel free to comment below. Is your favorite team in the top 10? This is Louisiana, so y'all know y'all favorite team is the top 10. We'll get to that here in a second, but CL, at the top of this thing, we got Texas, we got Ohio State, and we got Penn State. One SEC team and two Big Ten teams. Your thoughts on the first and foremost the Longhorns coming back ranked number 1 this year?
Oh boy.
Well, I don't believe in none of that.
That's why I said, oh boy.
There ain't no way in the world. And I get it. The national champion, the reason why they got them up there, I can at least lend my understanding eyes to that. But I've went on a statement to just say that, I don't believe in the Manning until I see it. So I definitely don't see him as a Heisman. Okay, you could call him a Heisman hopeful, but a Heisman front runner, no. So I'll just wait. I don't see it. I don't see it, gentlemen. I can't even put it in blame.
So was it more Penn State for you? I think it's Ohio State.
I definitely would go with the champions, and then Penn State. And because they're basing it, to me, they're basing it off of last year.
For sure.
Not this year. So that Texas team is different. That Ohio State team is kind of the same. But the Penn State team is the same. The LSU team is different.
Yeah. Very
you understand
different.
what I'm saying? So I get it. And think about it. They make these lists so guys like us can fuss about them and go back and forth about them. So I just lay back because I think to a man, we all know that every team is different every year. And the season doesn't even start until at least October 15th, right?
Yeah, I mean,
we'll not start, but we'll see. We'll see who's really
in
who.
the first week of October, you'll be able to see like who's who. Because September,
really who.
some teams may start off a little slow.
I throw all that out the door.
I mean, LSU started off slow the last 3 seasons, 5 seasons really. But this is the first time in Texas history that they came out the gate ranked number 1. Do y'all feel like a lot of this has to do with the Arch Manning hype?
Oh yeah,
like that. That's a lot of it.
Definitely.
I mean, because they lost a lot in regards to
Right,
the receiving
and every year,
core, and they lost a lot in regards to the defense. We just talked about.
And every year they have draft picks that go to the league. You got first round draft picks. I mean, we even got a guy from Texas in the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
So the NFL is plucking players off their team every year, and you're telling me that you believe your class, your recruit, an unproven quarterback, will have you the number 1 in the nation?
It's a lot of hype behind it, Chris. Would you say that? Because I mean, you have it's just too many unproven players in their starting lineup. I mean, even let's just do it this way. We'll go by stat. I'm just going off
Calvin Banks is starting left tackle for the New Orleans Saints.
So last year, that's offensively, but I was saying with the receiving core, you got DeAndre Moore. He had 456 yards last year on 39 receptions. He's one of your starters, projected starters coming back. You have Emmett Mosley. 5. All these guys are well south of 1,000 yards, 48 receptions. He had 6 touchdowns, so I would probably say he's the best out of the bunch coming back next year. Everybody's around 500 yards. They don't really have nobody that got more. And what's the most touchdowns we saw? 6 with more. So I mean, I think that you look at the receiving core, I don't really see the major support right off the gate. And like CL said, they lost a lot defensively.
LSU could loan them 2 receivers.
That's all.
And still ball out with the guys that they have. There's a lot of question marks in Texas. The only answer is Saturdays, because that's what it's going to take to prove it.
Right. And Chris, when you look at Ohio State, they did lose their starting quarterback. That's a big deal, losing Will Howard. But I just feel like when you look at how good this team was last year, like they legit was cruising through the college football playoffs like it was nothing to it. And, the whole deal last year was get Ryan Day out of there. He's not getting the job done. Now, quietly, Georgia's at 4. They still stacked defensively as a team that you don't really want to sleep on, and they were number 1 last year. Chris, when you look at the Georgia Bulldogs, Coach Kirby Smart has made his mark. Kind of had like a little mini Saban run with Georgia, right? I mean, but their defensive line they lose all they guys to Philadelphia
Straight
Eagles,
to the NFL.
Philadelphia Eagle NFL.
Georgia East, a.k.a. the Philadelphia Eagles.
So do you think that, when you look at this Georgia team, do you think that they can kind of make some noise again, or are they overrated? Do you think the coaches got that off for Georgia? I mean, defensively, they always stack, y'all.
For sure.
That's one thing about Georgia. They, defensively, they don't really play no games. They bringing it, and that's a lot of that has to do with keeping a lot of those players in state.
Right. And not to cut your steam, see, SMU made it to the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
So
that's real talk.
Somebody is clearly overrated on this top 10 list when there are gonna be teams like, where's Notre Dame?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Notre Dame is shoot. Man, that's a good question. They're at 5.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So
I mean, so let's do this for our viewers. So you have Texas at number 1, you have Ohio State at 2, Penn State at 3, you have Georgia at 4, Notre Dame at 5, Clemson at 6. That's very interesting. They had 2 votes for 1, by the way.
Must be
Well,
Clinton
Georgia
alone.
had 3. Oregon, Notre Dame had none, something. Alabama, next year under Coach Kellen, this is his second year in Alabama. They got them 8th, and we 9th. We'll get to LSU
Now,
here
how is
last.
Alabama over LSU?
And Miami
I know, right?
is 10 with no more Cam Ward. But they just got somebody. Who did they just get? Yeah, Georgia. Georgia quarterback.
Oh, Beck.
Beck. They got Carlson Beck there, so I can see why that play a role. SMU is 16. Some notable teams. Ole Miss at 15. You got BYU at 23. Texas A&M at 21. Wow, I didn't know that. South Carolina at 13. Let's talk. Let's have the conversation. Man, let me tell you something. I'm so glad. Look, I don't want to be in no way malicious when I say this. I was relieved when old boy got hurt.
Lenore Sellers.
Sellers, yes, Chris.
Killed him.
Talk about him.
Come on,
he
that
was
was your boy.
Super talented quarterback. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Cam Newton. May not have an arm.
no,
like
ain't no
him,
little bit, a lot.
It's
Yeah,
fair.
he got
It's fair.
credit.
That's a fair assessment, brother.
but he definitely gives me Cam Newton vibes. He absolutely destroyed our defense last year, and I definitely have high hopes, but not only just for him, but that South Carolina team. And now, because that home field advantage at South Carolina, that is one of the best in college football. And I believe in that, along with that team and Lenore Sellers. I think they could definitely make some noise in the SEC this year.
No doubt. Defensively, they were exceptionally well. Like, your boy trying to go back, get your ball Stewart. And like Lenore Sellers, this is his 3rd year in college, and like he has all the intangibles. He threw with a little over 2,500 yards last year, 18 touchdowns. Didn't make a lot of mistakes at South Carolina. Didn't make a lot of mistakes in terms of interception. He was under 10, having 7. You look at the difference, CL, in his years, right? He didn't really do anything that redshirt freshman year, but
second year.
that redshirt year, obviously, he just had a few little, probably little dinking dunks at a few little, this ain't number 4 plays, but.
Okay.
To me, he's just a guy that can get it done.
Yeah, in sidebar, we're speaking of South Carolina. Shouts out to the great Sterling Sharp for being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton this weekend. It's truly an honor to know these gentlemen and be able to speak on their greatness. You would never know, and obviously, Chris, you're a little younger. I know you know who Jerry Rice is, but anyone that was ever comparable to Jerry Rice, it was Sterling Sharp.
I heard that before.
And his career was cut short because of injuries, but it speaks to his greatness because he's finally a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and I thought that was a really good pass off with Shannon Sharp with his brother. This is the first time ever we've seen 2 brothers be put in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Before the Mannings.
Before the Mannings. That's real talk. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Think about that. Let it wrap around your mind for a little bit.
Yeah, that's real news. It's just one of them situations. The SEC is more doggish than people, anticipate. I know Texas, and I'm not taking anything away from Coach Steve Scalise. I just really feel like Sarkisian. Monday brain.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I said a politician.
Yeah,
I sure did. Steve Sarkisian. I'm believing the hype with him, but I just feel like he lost a lot of his key players all across the board. Calvin Banks Jr. We talking about Big Broaden, Matthew Golden, Isaiah Bonds, Quinn Ewers. You know what I'm saying? They lost a lot, bro. So I'm not, I'm not really.
I forgot the running back name.
Yeah, they did.
Running back.
He got drafted.
Yeah.
My mind slips me, but they lost. Just know it was a running back.
25.
I can't think. You're helping me out some. 25. Dang, bro.
Gone. League.
We know he was after B.J. Robinson.
He was behind B.J.
What was his name?
Did he go to the Giants? Where did he go?
No, he went.
I know y'all not talking about Jaden Blue. No.
Is it? No.
No, the running back behind B.J. Robinson
This is the last
this
shot.
year.
I'm not
that
going
led
to
the
stop
league.
in time.
Was it Kelly, 25?
I feel like you close. Hold on.
Balled out. He gone.
Yeah, let me see.
I know they think Eli could run, but he can't run like. Eli, Jesus Christ. I know they think Arch can run. He can't run like that.
He run better than all them though. I give him that. He is the fastest Manning. He gets that. He gets that award.
The guy that started over him, Quentin Ewers, he might not even make the cut in the NFL.
Mm.
And a lot of folks were arguing that Quinn Ewers should have gotten a lot of the reps. Excuse me. Art should have got a lot of those reps last year. I'm just, you really got me thinking about who this dude.
25. 25. It's Monday, y'all. 25.
It's Monday, and look, y'all. Hey, if y'all know, y'all can hit the chat.
Right. Please hit the chat. Help me out on Monday. I've been scouting the Cardinals all weekend.
Well, you can't wait till week 1, huh?
Well, I didn't think it made sense to do San Diego. Damn, San Diego. I didn't think it would make sense to do the Los Angeles Chargers. It didn't make sense to do even the Broncos.
You got it, Chris?
Let's just get to it. Week 1.
What we gonna get back?
I don't think you. Probably. I don't think you was talking about Jonathan Brooks. No way.
No.
No.
No. 25 to running back drafted.
I'm really on this.
Yeah, he's trying to find.
I'm really trying because his name is really.
Well, since we're here, I also want to give a shout out to the great Eric Allen. Originally,
that's right.
San Diego boy. Maybe that's why San Diego was on my mind. The San Diego raised boy ended up getting drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Played some years in Philadelphia. Finally came over to the New Orleans Saints in 95 through 97. Stand-up guy, the definition of a Pro Bowler when you talk about character of the great Eric Allen. Just a guy that I looked up to as well. Shouts out to Eric Allen in his family, definitely.
Yeah, because it was a light class. You had the two Allens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 guys going. Who should have went in?
Well,
let's have that.
Personally, the person I felt that should have went in should have been Reggie Wayne.
I second that.
From John Ehret High School, right outside of New Orleans, Louisiana. The numbers are there. Actually, he has better numbers than Sterling Sharp. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Sterling Sharp. But Reggie Wayne is definitely, because if you think about it, all the players on that offensive side of the ball for the Indianapolis Colts in their prime days are in the Pro Bowl. Edgerrin James is in the Pro Bowl. Peyton Manning is in the Pro Bowl. Marvin Harrison is in the Pro Bowl. You know, I don't think Dallas Clark is in there yet, but Reggie Wayne is definitely a gentleman that should be in the Pro Bowl. And of course, I've always wanted Sterling Sharp to get there. He's finally made it this year.
Chris was 100% right. It was Jaden Blue. They got drafted
Jaden
5th
Blue,
round to the Cowboys.
Wow.
So that was a funny story.
So maybe the Cowboys might be able to run a little bit.
I don't know. That's still
run out of time.
I don't really have, and listen, a lot of my friends that's watching this, they may know this. I don't really have a lot of faith in the Cowboys this year just because of what's going on right now with this contract.
Small man, you might well put that on your parlay.
All right. Our next show, y'all, we promise y'all we're going to talk more about LSU next week. Plus, I'll be going out to check out the practices this weekend.
Practice this week.
But as we wrap this show, guys, give me right now, it's preseason, give me the percentage of what percentage you think it is that Gary Nussmeier will win the Heisman. Little Chris, you first.
I'll say somewhere around 70 to 80%.
Okay. CL.
Week 2 in this LSU offense with all the weapons around him, I could respectfully give him a 45% chance of winning the Heisman.
And I'm going to roll with 55%. I'm going low because I know there's a lot of politics that go in there. And this first game against Clemson is going to say it all. And we can't wait to talk about it next week with y'all. Listen, y'all, this has been a great show. Big shouts out to our special guest, Davon Gauchaux. Remember, y'all check him out at Child Down on Instagram, IG, wherever, through your social media, and then also go to the Child Down Foundation. You could Google search it if you want to contribute to the show. Man, so much to talk about. Saints, LSU, the football season is in full swing. Big shouts out to Conquer Sports. Big shouts out to Health Nut System. Big ups to ESPN Baton Rouge for picking up this show on their YouTube channel. Shouts out to our production crew over here at Loyola Studios. If you're a student and you want to be like Lil Chris the Music Studio Podcast,
live on ESPN, baby.
Definitely fill out an application at Loyola, baby. Look at Chris. Look at Chris.
I'm the man, baby. I'm live on ESPN every Monday, baby.
We're going to stop, but you do kind of look like Lil Darryl. Yeah, Lil Darryl. Chris laughing. Yeah, look at Chris clean. Yeah, hey, we hate on him because he clean. Man, hey, but look, man, we love Chris, man. Shouts out to y'all. Yes, indeed. Show the couldn't. Chris, give us a smile, man. There you go. Come on, bro. Don't be making fun of me. They don't do that.
Pearly Whites can't stop, baby.
It's Inside the Trenches. Y'all have a great week. We love y'all. Peace.